Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a pick a card reading for you guys, and I'm so excited about it. This reading is going to be all about the beginning of fall or September and what this month has to bring to you. I can't believe that we're about to be in September, you guys. This is kind of nuts. I'm looking forward to it because it's still summer where I am. In fact, the weather is supposed to be really beautiful and the ocean is supposed to be really crystal clear here in September and October where I'm at in Costa Rica. But maybe for you guys, the weather is starting to change. Maybe you're starting to wear a little sweater in the evening, or even for some of you guys, maybe you're heading more into a spring season. If you're on the other side of the equator. So either way, it is a time of harvest. We've got a harvest moon coming up in October, and there are just some beautiful changes and beautiful shifts. Usually at this time of year, people end up getting very focused on their work and their finances and their career. It's kind of like that back to school, back to work, vacation's over kind of vibe. So naturally in this reading, we are going to be focusing a lot on your finances and your career and what you have to look forward to in those areas in September. We'll also pull some general cards and some cards for your love life. So I've got you covered in all departments for September. If you want to pull some cards along with me, here's the spread that we're going to be doing. So take a screenshot of it. You can pull some cards with me. And then when you're ready, go ahead and ground yourself, relax, take some deep breaths, and then choose the card that you feel drawn to the most. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. And that's from left to right. Once you've chosen, you can head down to the comments or the description below where the timestamps are posted. You'll also find some information there if you're interested in doing a personal reading with me, whether that's live chatting through Skype or Zoom and hanging out and pulling cards, or you would like a private recorded video reading. I offer that as well, along with life coaching for those of you guys who want to spend more time with me and work on some of your personal goals and get your glow up going on. So check that out below, and then I will see you for your personal reading. For those of you who choose number 1, let's look into September of 2021, and we're going to start with the card that you chose, which is the first part of the spread. And the question is, what is changing for you in September? And you're getting the magpie. So it's possible that this month you could be pushed to shed the safety net and to get out of your comfort zone and to take that bold step forward. There could be things that are happening that could seem a little bit out of your control, maybe even quote unquote bad, or like things are falling apart at first. But funny enough, things are not what they appear to be, and you really are being asked to come out of hiding and to make an appearance in this world. So that new moon in Leo we recently had and that full moon in Aquarius, that energy is still very strong in September. I'm not sure if you watched my last 2 energy update readings for the new moon and the full moon, but I suggest that you go back and do that because what you're going through right now might make a lot of sense because none of us are immune to these energies. And this really, this is the magpie. These birds are super loud and obnoxious and playful, and they're kind of like a trickster type of bird. And so there could be tricks about, basically. There could be things that are happening, once again, that are out of your control. And I get the sense that what's changing is your ability to come out of hiding and be who you are in this world. I want to read you something from the book here. It says, what bold ideas are you hoarding in the safety of your nest? I just get this impression that you've been in your room a lot or inside a lot, maybe because of all the lockdown and everything. Or maybe just because you're a little bit more of an introvert, creative person, you kind of like to be in your shell. Maybe you've been going through a hermit mode, or you went through your dark night of the soul, part of spiritual awakening, kind of isolating yourself a little bit. And they're asking you, You know, you've had some really cool ideas. You have been given some divine guidance, and it's time to get cracking. So sometimes the universe literally forces your hand. So I see that kind of happening for you. What precious gems lay hidden beneath the trash heap of wasted time and squandered resources? This is tough because I do sense that there are a lot of obstacles in your life, a lot of excuses as to why you couldn't do it yet or why you're waiting, you know, waiting for things to align. But the truth is, sometimes rock bottom is the best place to start. Rock bottom was where I was when I started this channel. Sometimes it's not about the perfect time or waiting for things to align. Sometimes it's just about taking inspired action and starting where you're at with the resources and tools you already have available for you. A lot of times what holds us back is like money. Oh, I don't have enough money to do that. But first you take action, then the money comes. First you take action, then the support comes. So what's changing is you might even find yourself feeling more confident about your ability to move forward in September. Basically, whether you like it or not, you're moving forward, you're getting on that path, you're planting that seed in September. So let's move on to the next part of the spread. What do you have to look forward to this September? Let's get some positive news here. Let's get some good vibes going. What do you have to look forward to this September? Oh my gosh, I'm shook. We're getting the King of Hearts. Now, this is an archetype in the tarot that relates mostly to the King of Cups. So this does symbolize a personality or a person. This person is very romantic. They're kind of a Casanova type. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They're sensitive. They're poetic. They're not afraid to express themselves or tell someone how they feel. They'll pursue you in love. It's amazing falling in love with this person. I don't know. I just got this vision of like Aladdin and his freaking carpet, him asking you to go on a carpet ride, and you're just like, damn, you really pulled up. It really is a magical kind of love. So this could be symbolizing what you have to look forward to is a love connection. Somebody coming in your life and sweeping you off your feet. If that doesn't sound very appealing, or maybe you really resonated with my description of this person, this could be that you're feeling in love with life, or you're feeling flirtatious this month, or you're really feeling yourself, or there's a lot of love and abundance surrounding you. I think either way, it's a really good message. It could also be talking about those of you in long-term relationships. Maybe you're feeling more romantic than usual. You feel like you have a lot to give to your partner. You guys could be celebrating some type of moment in your relationship, something like that. So good vibes for you in love. That's definitely something to look forward to. What are the challenges that September could possibly bring you? It'd be nice to be all love and light and we can manifest anything and everything's all positive, right? But the truth is this life has contrast and we grow sometimes through challenge. And we're going to see maybe the ways that this month could challenge you, push you to grow. Okay, so this month you could be processing some things. I'm kind of getting like seasonal depression vibes, you know, maybe for some of you guys as the weather starts to turn and you head more towards the holiday season, you get that other shoe drop feeling. A lot of you guys who are survivors of narcissistic families or narcissistic abuse or have had dysfunctional family or trauma or abuse, sometimes this time of year around the holidays and as we get closer to that, fall and winter can be really difficult. And so it could be that like you're processing memories, old hurts, old trauma coming up. So with that in mind, just go easy on yourself. Self-love, self-care all the way. Prepare to take things a little bit slower. Be mindful. They're like, that's a challenge we tend to deal with a little bit this time of year. It could also be you're processing something that recently happened. maybe some of you guys are still processing the trauma of the lockdown. And I hope that I'm not predicting this September that there's going to be more lockdowns, but this might be like you're going to spend a lot of time inside processing again. Hopefully not, but you're bound to do a little bit of processing. There's like moody vibes. Maybe as soon as the sweaters and the coffee and the pumpkin lattes come out, you're starting to get in your feels. So your guys are like, just be aware you're going to be processing. Other challenges could be like maybe it's time for you to start collaborating with other people and getting them involved in your goals and ideas. Because oftentimes when you have a big goal or you're trying to manifest something, the universe can send other people to help you with that manifestation. And oftentimes you have to collaborate and reach out and connect with other people to grow or to accomplish the next step. I mean, we didn't come here to be alone, that's for sure. We're all manifested in these separate bodies, even though we're all like one, but there's I would say that there is no such thing as separation, but there's also the 3D reality that we are in these separate bodies. So it's kind of like a union of that, embracing that, celebrating that, collaborate with other people, find the common ground. So that could be challenging because maybe you're getting the guidance you're supposed to collaborate and that's like part of your path moving forward, but maybe you're nervous about sliding into those DMs, or you don't know who to collaborate with, or you just find it difficult to reach out or set things up. And so your guides are just saying like you're in the process of becoming successful right now. Success obviously is what you deem it to be. It might not be how people perceive you. It might be more about how you perceive yourself. So chances are you've received some type of big download recently about what you're supposed to do moving forward, and maybe it has to do with collaboration. So they're just saying like maybe it'll be hard as you're processing things. You might feel like you want to shut yourself off from others, but they're like, don't do it. This will actually help you get out of your head a little bit and be in the present and build healthy connections, learn to trust people again. Good vibes all around. So there are some little challenges, but it's nothing crazy. Like, it's actually going to be a great month for you. Now we're going to get you some final advice for this month, September. Final advice, and we're going to do the Wildwood deck because the Wildwood deck always knows what's up. Something about your home. Final advice for September. You got a decision to make, apparently, regarding your home. See if we can get some more information about that. Maybe the situation's just very specific to each one of you guys who's watching this. Well, we saw something about collaboration and you moving forward and being more successful. And it might just be like setting your home up in a way, or making your habits at home align to where you can focus on your creativity. Because it might be right now, the situation that you're in or how things are kind of set up, it's making it difficult for you. You got to find a way to carve out that sacred space. No matter who you're living with or where you're living, I know you can get those headphones on and clear out a little corner or get a little desk and make your little creative space so you can keep things moving forward. Don't wait for everything to be perfect and the space and the environment to be perfect before you get started. But maybe do a little nesting, maybe some of you guys are moving, you have a decision to make. You're asking yourself this September, can I really express myself in this place? Can I really be creative here? What's blocking me here? Are these people holding me back? That kind of thing. But it seems like you're going to end up really happy in this situation by the end of the month, whether it's a move or just creating sacred space or drawing some more boundaries with yourself, your habits, your routine. I don't know. Things just kind of seem to align to give you that creative space you're looking for, and like you're rearranging things and all is well. So, September is a pretty sparkly month for you. It's not without its challenges, but I think it's going to end up well. Let me know how this sounds to you in the comments below. And better yet, come back in October and tell me how this played out for you. And I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 2, we're going to start with this first card, which is the card that you chose. And it's the first part of the spread, which is what is changing for you this September 2021. So you're getting the Mockingbird. And the first thing that I'm drawn to is this 2-2 here, which is a number of rapid manifestation. It also makes me think about the upcoming new year of 2022. I feel like you're planting some seeds right now that are really going to make 2022 pop off for you. It's going to be amazing. But this right here is, you are learning right now through imitation. Maybe you're starting a business, or you're working on like a health or fitness goal, or like there's just some way you're trying to level up right now. Like, I really feel you've done a lot of work with your self-love and with your self-acceptance. And there's been a lot of healing work, a lot of shadow work. Like, that's what this whole year was all about for you. And I get this sense that you're ready to break out of that. You're like, okay, I've integrated all of these lessons. I know where I'm at now. I know what I want. And now it's time for me to do the things that I've been saying I was going to do forever. So for a lot of you guys, it's like getting fit again, or it's starting the business, or it's going back out into dating, or it's working on your social life, or it's just having some type of glow up or little level up in some area in your life, or just overall. It's a really exciting time for you. And this September, you're learning through imitation. So it could be that you are watching other people who are going into the career or the field that you want to go into, and you're kind of noticing, oh, okay, so they've got a website and they are running this social media thing, and it looks like they had an internship. Maybe I should do that. It could also be some of you guys have found some type of hobby or craft, and you're watching videos or tutorials, or you're taking classes, and you're like getting these skills together. This could also be talking about school, because I think that's the direction I'm starting to go in, is maybe it's September, some of you guys are back in school, or maybe some of you guys are considering going back to school. So that's definitely what September is all about for you, is integrating the lessons you've learned, slowly starting on your new path, and soaking up as much knowledge as you can, learning a little bit through imitation. I don't see you ripping anybody off necessarily. It's more like you're just getting inspired. There could be a lot of vision boarding that's going on. And I feel like you're also really wanting to bring new people into your life. So you could be feeling a little bit more social this September, or be asking yourself more about like who you want to influence yourself with. So don't be surprised if this month you make a new friend, or if maybe you discover like a new podcast that's like, oh my gosh, this podcast is legit. I love the speakers, and everybody who is part of this community is amazing. Like it's something like that. You find yourself in a community, or with some support, or maybe making a new friend, discovering some new information. It's really cool. Maybe some of you guys are in a program or a training this month of September, getting some type of certificate or something. I also see some of you guys could be traveling or moving abroad. There's probably like 2 people who are watching. So if that's you, comment below, because this sometimes has to do with people who are learning to speak new languages. This could even be those of you guys who are maybe getting into computer programming, learning to speak the language of the computer. I mean, there's so many things I think of when I see this card, but I think the biggest change for you is that you are really in the process of learning, and then you're going to create your own vision. So you're starting to open your mind a little bit. I guess the change is like you're focusing really hard on knowledge and education at this time, and maybe that's a change from what you were doing in August, or maybe over the summer. So let's move on to the next part of the spread, and that is, what do you have to look forward to in September? We're going to get you some good vibes here. What do you have to look forward to this next month in September? This is a really light energy. It does feel like this month in September, blockages are just being cleared. It could even be that some manifestations or intentions that you set towards the beginning of 2021, remember that? That was a long time ago now. Maybe you had a little New Year's resolution list, or maybe you did manifest with me on my channel in March. It could be this month that a couple little things start coming through, maybe even a big manifestation out of the blue. Maybe it's because you're not expecting it. Well, maybe you are now that you're watching this reading, but still, it could just be like that this is a month things want to find their way to you. So I have a feeling about the new moon towards the end of September or beginning of October. I don't know exactly when it is, but it's like you really are manifesting a lot then. That's very close to the harvest moon too. Like, just get ready. There's going to be a lot manifesting in your life. This is the Magician. What else do you have to look forward to? Six of Pentacles. I do feel like this is a positive card for finances. Sometimes this card can talk about like feeling a little bit confused, or basically just that realization that you have to start from the bottom and like build for yourself. It could be that you have some type of big savings goal that you kick off this month, and so it's just overwhelming because you're like, I have to save this much money, and like it's you know, how am I going to make this happen? But I get this sense that you're going to be moving some things around and figuring it out, and it's actually really exciting. And because of this new commitment, money starts to flow to you, and so we see positive energy around your finances this month in September. And overall, what you have to look forward to is just change in general. If it feels like you were just stuck in a plateau for a while in your life, or like things were moving really, really slow, or you were just getting a little bit bored, you know how I'm in this channel, I'm all about like taking responsibility for that and being creative and whatnot. But you know, sometimes we get bored in life, and I get the sense that without even you interfering, things will get a little bit more exciting. You'll have some opportunities, money is flowing, manifestations are coming, you're feeling a little bit more empowered. So really, this is going to be a fun month for you. I think you're feeling yourself this month. That's what you got to look forward to. So next, potential challenges this month. It's not like you got to claim this or anything, but you know, and we got contrast in this life. Sometimes we have challenges. It would be awesome if everything was all love and light all the time, but through the struggle and the chaos, we grow, we learn, we change, we evolve. So this month, you're bound to be challenged in some way. It's all about how you react and respond to that you got control over. But sometimes you can't control the challenge or the chaos that comes. It just comes. So let's just see what you're looking at here. Maybe a little heads up for you. Possibilities, potentials for challenges this month in September. Okay, so first of all, I got this message for some of you guys. There could be a love challenge this month. This is definitely not a message for everyone, but some of you guys are like awakening to the fact that there's like a person in your life that is like your twin flame, or you feel separation from, or you have unfinished business with. Maybe it's your ex or something, and you know, you've really been struggling with the loss of this person. I do see a potential for you guys to be reunited this month, or to talk or something like that. The whole thing could cause a little bit of anxiety and frustration. Your guides are saying that you're capable of releasing this person if that's what needs to happen. They could just be coming back so that you can release them, so that you can heal and get a little bit of closure. But sometimes closure doesn't always come through that person. Sometimes you just have to create it for yourself. So everyone's situation is very different, but I just see like, trust yourself. Maybe you've been getting this gut feeling that like you're gonna have the opportunity to talk to this person again, or maybe they're already texting you, or your ex has come back already and you're in the process of trying to figure this out. But I get this sense that you're going to be able to release whatever blockages are being manifested through this experience. And by the end of September, you're going to be in a much better place with this person and with this situation. Okay? Now, if that doesn't resonate and you're like, yeah, I don't know anybody like that matches that description, don't worry. This message might apply to you. I'm seeing that a challenge it came out so clearly, a challenge with some type of meeting you might have at work, like a work meeting. I don't know if you're going to get reprimanded. Maybe you called off one too many times and you're getting a slap on the wrist, and you haven't been as present at your job, and it's just like a wake-up call, like, hey, like, maybe this isn't your dream job, but you need to show up, you need to be consistent. Unless you want to lose your job or maybe move on to something else, if that resonates with you. Maybe some of you guys are like just like nervous because you plan on quitting your job and you got to give your 30 days and you're like, it's gonna be so awkward having that work meeting. Don't worry about it. It could also just be the dynamic at your work has been a little intense. Whenever you guys have meetings, it's just like you dread it, and you're definitely being called. I guess maybe you just might be awakening to some of your sensitivities, and you might be awakening when it comes to like what you're doing for work. I just feel like right now on the planet collectively, so many of us light workers and creative people are awakening to our truth and letting go of old ways of being, and this whole 9 to 5 thing is really just crumbling and the system is collapsing. And so, people are waking up and realizing, I have a choice. I don't have to do this, but maybe this job is a stepping stone for you, And so it's like you still got to kind of deal with it while you're there, and it's tough. I see this like you're awakening to just that you want so much more in this area of your life, but meanwhile you have to deal with this BS. And so your guides are just saying you're capable of releasing this, or releasing bad habits, or setting the boundaries you need to set. Like they know that you're frustrated with this, but this challenge will be overcome. And the last message for you is final advice. Anything else you need to know about September 2021? Be willing to walk your own path, even if no one is following you. Even if there's no path and you have to carve it out for yourself. Even if it's the road less traveled. You're definitely meant to march to the beat of your own drum this month, and this could be a month that you make some really big life decisions. This is the lone wolf. Sometimes it forecasts or foreshadows a breakup, or it can point out somebody who's lonely and who's trying to manifest love. But if it doesn't have to do with love, a lot of times I see this card for people who just have to stand on their own. It feels like they looked around and there's no one really supporting them anymore. It's not really a bad thing. It's just you're learning to stand on your own 2 feet and realizing that you have the personal power to shape and create your destiny. So it's a message about integrity. Integrity is like doing the right thing when no one's watching. It's like always staying true to yourself, being authentic. Like maybe there's no one right now who's noticing your struggle, or who's realizing how much you've been through, or who's cheering you along on this path. But what matters is that you're cheering yourself on. What matters is that you approve of yourself. What matters is you keep showing up every day. So both of these cards are like you're out on your own, you're doing your own thing, you're creating independence in your life. And this month I see you being really strong and really courageous. And I guess the final advice too is to maybe start thinking about nesting. This could be thinking about a move. This could be thinking about a relocation or envisioning where you want to go. Things are getting better. This snow metaphorically is thawing. Your things in your life will start popping off and kind of blooming shortly. It might just be you have some decisions to make to clear the way to make that possible. So I hope that you have a blessed September. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, we're going to get started with the spread with the first question. And this is the card that you chose. And the question is, what is changing in your life in September 2021? And you're getting the Hawk. This has to be my favorite card in this whole deck. First of all, hawks are a sign of an opportunity that's headed your way. You guys know I'm really into animal totems, spirit animals, and looking up like the spiritual meaning or metaphors behind animals or birds or certain things crossing your path. And when I was in LA, I encountered a lot of hawks. And every time I saw a hawk, I always knew it was going to be a good day. I always knew there was like some opportunity coming in, or that I needed to pay attention. So when a hawk crosses your path, it's like a big opportunity is coming, pay attention. So that's going to be the biggest change for you in September, is there's a big opportunity coming in. The hawk symbolizes that you are a visionary. you might have spent a lot of time like getting very organized in your life. Like you've been strategizing things. Maybe you're someone who's got your vision board made, you've done your scripting, you've written out your manifestations, you've gotten really into the law of attraction, and you're like manifesting some things. It could also be like you just have a lot of plans for your life. Maybe you're one of those people who just has like a 5-year plan, like everything planned out. I don't know, something kind of like that. But the hawk reminds you that in order to move forward, you need to do more than just see your path ahead. You need to do more than just organizing things and strategizing and thinking about it and talking about it. You actually have to construct your path piece by piece, step by step, brick by brick. You have to shape it, and you have to keep the momentum going. So this has been the challenge for you, is actually showing up every day for your vision. Instead of just tweaking things. Real talk. Your guides are like asking you, does your current way of doing things really support what you want to accomplish? If not, it's time for you to change course and create a new path. So that is what's changing here in September, is that there's an opportunity for you to change course, for you to create a new path, build a new routine that's actually going to support your vision. And this has been a long time coming, and your drive and your ambition are getting a huge boost this month. So yeah, I love that the hawk surrounds you, wild opportunities. It's going to be really exciting. So next we're going to pull some cards for what do you have to look forward to in September. Let's get you feeling uplifted and excited about this next month, because there's bound to be some stuff to look forward to, regardless of how this month goes down for you. You have to look forward to. Ooh. Well, the Empress energy is surrounding you hardcore. This is the person who is the visionary, who has amazing ideas. I mean, no wonder we got the hawk for you. So you might have 1,000,001 business ideas, or like I said, 50 vision boards, and everything's all organized and ready to go. And then you have this really fun, high on life, creative boost of energy coming in. And I see that being a really big blessing, because you're finding it a little bit easier this month to make decisions. I mean, you're at a crossroads in your life. That's usually what the Nine of Wands symbolizes. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This could be a difficult time for you. We are trying to look on the bright side here, but things have been a little frustrating, I think what you have to look forward to is like the intensity dial in your life right now feels like it's being turned down a little bit. Seems like there's like a perception shift. You're able to apply your creative energy to your life like as a whole right now. And that's opening doors for you, and you feel more confident about the decisions that you're making, and blockages are being removed, and you're moving forward. This is the Seven of Hearts, which talks a lot about like a dreamlike state in your mind. Sometimes it's like building castles in the sky or in the clouds. But I think that all of this energy is going back to taking all of this that you've built in the 5D and bringing it down into the 3D, grounding your visions into reality. So you could get some opportunity that you have manifested that's going to pull you onto that path. So yes, there's some action steps you need to take, but I kind of feel this weird miracle energy around you. Like there could be somebody who's been watching you or who's been listening to you, who comes in and is like, hey, I know that you're good at this thing. Can you please help me with this? And it ends up putting you in touch with a source of income, or with more people to be creative with, or the way forward in your path. So I definitely see don't cut yourself off from other people right now. This month could also be really social for you, and a lot of blockages are being cleared. I love to hear that. So next we're going to look and see, how will this month challenge you? It'd be awesome if everything was just all love and light all the time, right? But life has contrast. We go through challenges, oftentimes through these struggles that we grow. And so this month is bound to have some challenges. Let's just see what it's looking like for you. The potential. Well, I feel like at this point, there's really nothing that can bring you down, and there's nothing that will surprise you, because it's almost like the worst has already happened. I know that sounds really sad. I'm not trying to say that you're numb or desensitized, because in fact, I actually see you very in touch with your feelings. A lot of you guys are watching this, but you might actually, even though there's some crazy stuff happening around you and in the world, there could be a love opportunity or love advancement or some type of growth in your love life, and you're so happy, you're appreciating that so much. So whatever challenges surround you doesn't even feel like that big of a deal, because you're just feeling so lucky and so thankful that you're being blessed in this area of your life. So I think your guides are telling you, don't worry so much about the challenges. I didn't pull this kind of message for number 1 or number 2. It's just for you guys here at number 3. And I believe you chose this card for a reason. They might be telling you, maybe you need to stop looking over your other shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Maybe you need to not be worrying so much about the challenges, because whatever happens, you're going to overcome it. And it might not be that you're really meant to grow through struggle at this time. Maybe you're meant to appreciate. Maybe there's gifts coming in. Maybe that hawk is bringing you opportunities. Anyways, for those of you guys who are wondering what that noise was, those are monkeys. The sun's getting ready to set, and they usually have a little screaming contest at sunset. I feel like they sound like zombies or something, right? Challenges, challenges. Yeah, you're spending a lot of time out in nature. Main character energy around you for sure. Breathe. They don't want you to focus on the challenges. They're like, don't worry about it. You don't need a heads up. You're good. Sure, there'll be challenges, but it might not be as bad as you think, or you're gonna not be so focused on that this month. Yes, that's legit. All right, final messages. Anything else you need to know about September? Any final advice? Remember how I said, like, you've been through a lot and there's nothing that can get you down now? That's totally what this card, the Woodward, is about. For those of you guys who have been watching my channel a while and you kind of know about the Wildwood deck, the whole story of this deck is like this metaphor, parable of like a journey through the woods. And this person, the Woodward, is somebody who knows their way through the woods. They've been through it. They know every twist and turn and every, you know, little fork in the trail, and they've faced some crazy things. You know, they got blood on the tip of their spear. They've had to fight for their survival. And look, here's the hawk, symbol of opportunity that's right above them. I think they're telling you that one chapter is closing, another is beginning. You are really in sync with this new season, because maybe for you, wherever you're at, September is kind of starting to signal that fall is coming, or it could be a different season if you're, you know, south of the equator. But either way, a new season is coming. And I think at this point, you're really learning how to be in the flow of life. You used to resist a lot of the challenges and a lot of the struggles that were around you, but now you're just like, you know, I'm cool with it. You know, I'm ready. Bring it on, life. Bring it on, you know. And in that way, you've come to a point of balance and peace. I see a lot of balance around you. I see harmony. I see you magnetizing opportunities to you. I see you in the vortex. I see your frequency high. Been through a lot to get here. And you're strong now, you know? I think you learn to make peace with the contrast of life. You cut a lot of people out to get where you are. Set up a lot of boundaries. Because you got this, there go the monkeys. You got this dream. You got this goal, you got this big manifestation, and you're like, nothing's getting in my way. So the hawk is bringing you an opportunity to get across from here to here, to bridge this gap, to make this happen. So take it. I hope that this reading resonates with you. Thank you again for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.